Hello, I'm Don Hammock, Sports Information Director at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. Thank you for joining us for year 19 of Bulldog Blitz. We're here at A.L. May Memorial Stadium after the number 10 Bulldogs beat East Mississippi 41-21. We're going to show you some highlights while we talk to Coach Jack Wright, running back Alan Woods, and defensive lineman Jabari McWilliams. After that, we'll introduce you to quarterback Landon Varnes when we play 10 questions, and then you'll get to meet the brand new volleyball team on campus. Shayna Walsh's crew is off to a good start, and we'll show you who makes up that team and tell you a little bit about them. Stick around. Here on the field with Gulf Coast head coach Jack Wright. Jack, that's a great way to start the season. You want to know what you're always looking for every week, but especially the first week.
It sure is, Don. I mean, I don't think a lot of people realize, the pressure and the anxiety that the coaches and players feel leading up to the first game at this level, especially because you just don't know how it's going to go. You have no clue how good you are. You don't know anything about your opponent. So it's really a relief just to get it over.
We're posting rosters late on Thursdays, on Wednesday, so teams don't even know who's on the other squad is.
Right.
There's all that stuff going on. And I know this week was extra tough because of Marcus and what the team's been through. How did y'all deal with that this week?
There's a lot of emotions anyway with it being the first week, of the year. Everybody's excited and ready to get out there and go live. And then we get the devastating news Sunday night. I got that news when I was walking off the field from practice Sunday night, and it just a sinking feeling in your stomach. Marcus was just a great young man, just a big smile. I mean, really big smile. He just beamed, when he was smiling, and it seemed like he always had a smile on his face. And he was a great player too. We're going to miss him, in a bunch of ways. But my heart goes out to his family. My heart goes out to our players who had a good relationship with him. So just something that is unexpected, and he'll be in our thoughts all year.
His dad, Bubba's a former coworker of mine, so we send them a lot of love, him and Daphne and all that family. There were a lot of them here at the game tonight. We'll talk about the game offensively, over 500 yards, almost 550 yards, I think. What were y'all able to do today?
I thought we threw the ball well really early. We were able to, I thought our protection was really good early in the game. We got a big, strong offensive line. They held up. And then, at some point, Don, East Mississippi decided they were just going to sell out, and start bringing everybody. And our momentum stopped, but we were still able to make big plays, kind of like we're supposed to in that situation. You're not going to be consistent. You're going to have to make some third downs. You're going to have to shake loose from man-to-man coverage. And I thought, we did that. We could have scored, probably one more down here in the red zone before halftime. I'm a little disappointed in that.
Then I thought the running game took over late. Alan Woods was really good in the second half. I think he had 3 touchdowns in the third and very early into the fourth quarter. What did you see out of him?
I'm not surprised. We don't get a chance to go live a whole lot in training camp, but the times that we did, you kind of saw him flash. You saw tonight, he's not necessarily the biggest or the fastest, but he does great balance and great vision, and you don't get to see that unless you're in live drills. And so I kind of felt like we were going to see that tonight. I didn't know it was going to be quite that good, though. He had a great game.
2 yards short of 100, but, for all intents and purposes, that was a 100-yard night, and he had a big play there at the end that really helped ice it. Defensively, they were able to move the ball early, and y'all were able to kind of get things choked down. What was the difference there?
I don't know, Don. I want to watch the film. I thought, you got to give East Mississippi credit. That offensive line's big and strong. They have a Division I transfer at quarterback. They have a Power 4. They have 2 Power 4 capable receivers out there on the outside. So they had talent. We knew they would be tough to stop. We made some adjustments. I think really our players just got up to game speed is the simple way to say it.
Yeah, sometimes, again, in camp, you don't really go live like you used to back in the old days, and so everybody's got to kind of dial it up, I think.
Yeah, that's right. And again, you just don't know what you're going to get.
What does that win mean for y'all in the big picture?
I don't want to put too much on it. If we had lost this game, we still have to come in tomorrow and approach next week the same. So it's a great win. They're a quality opponent for sure. We're always tickled to death to win, but it's one win. You know, we got 8 more in the regular season. This conference tough. This side of the conference especially is tough. So we've got our work cut out for us, but I would rather fix these mistakes with a good feeling in our heart right now with the victory.
This will be your first, game-to-game part of the season. You got a bunch of new guys who'll have to make that adjustment. What will y'all be concentrating on for Delta next week?
We've got to get more guys ready. Coming into the first game as an experienced junior college coach, I know your sophomores are going to be the ones that you really have to rely on. I thought you saw that play out tonight, especially with Mason and Tyler in the passing game. We've got to get more guys up to their level. And they're capable of doing it, and we have talent. But we just got to kind of get over that freshman freshness, I guess, and more. I think we have a lot more guys that can contribute. I think you'll see more guys touch the ball, more guys on defense making plays, and we've got to kind of accelerate that as coaches if possible.
Congratulations, Jack.
Thank you, Don.
Here on the field with running back Alan Woods. Alan, you had a great night tonight. 2 yards short of 100, but 3 touchdowns. What was working for y'all tonight?
We just practiced hard. We grinded for 8 long weeks, and we attacked every day, and we came out more than prepared. So my offensive line did what they had to do. I did what I had to do, and we ended up making plays.
I think y'all only had 19 yards rushing in the first half, but things kind of opened up for you in the second half. Did y'all make any adjustments, or just the way the game flowed?
I think it was just the way the game flowed. We kept clawing at them, and we kept running hard. That's all it was, protecting the ball, running hard, and we ended up making plays.
What happened on your long touchdown run?
My O-line, they did their job. I did my job. Ended up making the play. I really don't remember. Everything happened so fast. But yeah, I couldn't do it without my front five, so I appreciate them. I thank them after every play. I thank them because if they do their job, I do my job. We're going to end up making plays. So,
well, it happened quick, but you were way out in front of everybody. You're about 10 yards clear, and you almost slowed up a little bit too much, but you were having fun down there. I know sometimes you get locked in on the offense. What'd you see from the regulators tonight?
I think we could have had a little bit better calls on our side. They got to being chippy towards the end. But what I did, I just tried to keep my guys, help them keep their composure so we can finish the game out. We did our job, and they just wanted to get us out of character. So I just wanted them to stay locked in and finish the game. So
Landon Varnes had a big night too. I mean, and that always helps when you can be balanced like that. What did you see from the passing game, Landon and Mason and Tyler?
I couldn't do it without them. They came out, they started fast, and with them making their plays, I was able to. Of course, that opened the run game for me. So big shout out to them. Landon, he had a nice play where he scrambled and threw it to Mason. I was on the sideline shocked. It was a great play. So, yeah, them making plays opened up the run game for me, and I ended up doing what I did. So, yeah.
They made the same kind of play last year against Jones, threw a touchdown pass to win it. So that was very reminiscent of that. He's got that escapability. Congratulations, Alan. Good job.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Here on the field with Picayune's own Jabari McWilliams. Jabari, it was a great night tonight. The regulators really stepped up as the game went along. What did you guys get done as you got into the second quarter, I think?
First quarter, his first year of his first game of football is going to start off a little slow, but we knew that wasn't going to keep us down, man. We made another game plan, and we went around it, and we executed the game plan.
I know this is a tough week for y'all, especially in the D-line room with Marcus, his accent and all. How did y'all cope with that this week?
We put everything into Marcus this week. When we found out Sunday he had passed on the way back, only thing we could think of is when his eye, you know what I'm saying? We never know when the next day is, so we were going to take it day by day. And today we took it day by day and came out with the win for Marcus.
You had 4 total tackles. You also had a strip, a fumble recovery, and a return. Miles Salisbury jacked up your highlight a little bit running into me on the sideline. But what happened on that play?
Coach Schufeld called Healer. He'll tell you like I tell you. I was looking at the sideline like, Healer without no tight end? And he was like, yes, sir. And I did what he told me to do. He put me in the right spot, and I made a good play.
You play running back in your past life? Because you got a little rumble in you.
Nah, I ain't never play. I play a little tight end, but I ain't never played no running back.
What does tonight say about the regulators?
The regulators, we brotherhood. We seen we was they scored 14 fast on us, but you see like we kept our head into it. You could tell that we was together as a brother, as a one, and we just went out there and never gave our head down, kept our heads up, and you see what happened after that.
I always ask the defensive guys what they saw from the offense. What'd you see from Landon and Allen and all those big boys up front?
Oh, we can't ask for nothing more. We can't ask for nothing more. They did what they were supposed to do. A wonderful day for the offense today. Man, Tyler Henderson, he's real deal. Man, the offense is real deal, man. And defense, we came along with them, so it was a group effort. The offense did their thing.
Congratulations, Jabari. Good to talk with you here, and maybe you get another run, and maybe you can sneak across the goal line next time.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting that goal line. I'm getting that boss. I'm getting that box.
Good job,
sure.
JB. Let's meet Landon from Brandon. Landon Varnes, the Bulldogs quarterback, and we played 10 questions.
I'm Landon Varnes. I'm from Brandon. Brandon's a very big football community. Everybody's very passionate about the sport there, and community rallies find school really well. I started playing football, I think I was 6, and I was playing in the 7 and 8-year-old age group. I was on the city league team. We were the Brandon Vikings. We were pretty good, and I think we played for the championship that year. I think I've always kind of been the same way. I think I've had some energy. I've always been in the backfield, whether it was running back, quarterback, whatever it was. I think I've always been in the backfield, so I guess the same way. I love the brotherhood behind it, and I mean, you get to live with these guys. You see these guys every day, so it's pretty neat to go out there and go to battle with them. Coach Wright, I love Coach Wright. I've got to spend a lot of time with us. I've been here. I've came in early, and me and him just kind of hit it running. So we've had a lot of fun together. Very passionate, and just like me, I think it's why we kind of click. High energy, and he likes to do things the right way. So I love him. Probably Jordan. You probably gotta go with Michael Jordan just because of work ethic. I mean, he went to the finals how many times, and just he pulled through. So I love that. I'm from Mississippi, so I think I'm gonna have to say some Hank Williams. My dad kind of brought me up that way, so Hank Williams Jr. for sure. Probably Weatherman, or I've Got Rights, one or the other. Steak for sure. I mean, you get the protein, it tastes good. I don't think you can go wrong. I'd be in trouble if I didn't say my dad made the best steak for sure. Probably a baseball player. My dad was a baseball coach my whole life. Coached at my high school, coached at Brandon, so probably be back on the diamond somewhere. Played middle infield, short and second, and pitched a little bit, but I didn't know where it was going. Got to go with my dad again. Just a lot of sacrifices he's made. Like, he didn't get to finish his career because he had to go to work and make sure that I had what I wanted. So definitely my father. We got some characters on the team. I'd probably take Torian Davis. We'd hear some good stories on that podcast. Maybe Khalil Norwood. There's 2 good ones right there.
Coach Shayna Walsh has been waiting for a year to get her Bulldogs on the court. A brand new team on campus, the Volleyball Bulldogs, have gotten off to a really good start. Let's meet Coach Walsh and her team.
My name's Shayna Walsh. I'm the head volleyball coach at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. I am originally from Texas. I played college volleyball in Arkansas and then played beach overseas in Northern Ireland for a year. I was at Oak Grove for 4 years before this. Now I'm here and we're off and rolling. Preseason went well. They've been here for about a month. It's still early. But yeah, that preseason, they were definitely tired and they felt it that first week. But you know, they embraced it and they love it here and they love their teammates, so they did a great job. We played our first match against Coastal South this past Saturday, and they did a great job overall. We won, but we did start off a little shaky. They were nervous. They understand the expectations that I have and the expectations we have here at Gulf Coast. So they were feeling the pressure, absolutely. But ultimately they did an incredible job and pulled together as a team. And I really, especially for that first match, I really wanted to see them play together and play for each other and you know, really embrace that team culture that is super, super important, especially for volleyball. And they did it, they really did. And I got so many compliments on, gosh, I cannot believe they have been playing together for only three and a half weeks, which was really fun to hear, and it meant a lot to me, and those kids just did a really good job. So I have 3 setters, Sydney Tegg, Lila Turner, and Maddie Sushi. They have done a great job so far. I have very high expectations for my setters. They understand that. I was a setter, so I'm always on them, you know, making them talk to their hitters, making them call the plays, making them do all the things that a couple of them really haven't been used to doing. So it kind of put them out of their comfort zone for, you know, the first couple of weeks. But they have done an incredible job. They've really taken over the offense. Their hitters trust them. They can play great defense. They're great behind the service line too. They're just a force to be reckoned with on the back row. They do a great job of establishing the middle, their middle blockers right there at first, to make the opposing blockers respect the pin hitters. So they do an amazing job. My hitters, so first off, Mallory Goff, up there, 6'1" middle blocker. She's a force to be reckoned with up there at the net. She puts up a solid block, always readily available to her hitters. She does a really good job of transitioning, getting off, making good decisions, and connecting well with her setters. Mariah Hammond, my outside hitter, she does a great job. She's a powerhouse as well. She can pass well on serve receive. She puts up a great block. She can hit great shots. She's smart. So she's going to be one of my big hitters up there. And my other outside, Katie Jo Bird, she is also super versatile. She's super athletic. She's gaining confidence every single time she steps on the court. So I can't wait to see the great things that she ends up doing in the front row right there. She can also pass very well and play great defense too, so she's all around just a great kid. Reese Sorrells over there, my lefty on the right side. Her and Mallory work really well together up there at the net, talking on the block. And she also is always readily available. She hits some great shots. She has a great line shot that's just sick. But she's fun to watch. She's definitely one of those kids that you don't want her to step off the court. Dana Cool, my other middle blocker, she is a lot faster than I thought she was going to be, so that's really fun to watch. She's also gaining confidence every single time she steps on the floor. She's done a really good job with communicating with my setters and, you know, kind of not really demanding, but telling them what she needs. And she didn't do that at first, but she's doing it now, and so it's really working and it's really fun to watch her do that. Chloe Williams, she's also a lefty. She predominantly played outside hitter in high school, but I have kind of grown to use her more on the right side in the past few weeks. She does a good job over there. Like I said, she's a lefty too, so it's more predominantly she would play right side, just because on the outside she has to let the ball cross her body, and sometimes that just doesn't work out. But she does a great job over there on the right side. She's a great hitter, and she can also pass really, really well, which is a plus. Bailey Hitchner, again, predominantly in high school, she was a middle blocker actually, but I'm going to use her more on the right side. I think she does a great job over there. She can hit good shots, and she puts up a good solid block over there. Same thing with Zoe Wilder. She was predominantly a middle blocker, but I would like to use her a little bit in the middle, but more so on the right side just for those blocking purposes. She can put a ball down, she can hit a good ball. So she'll be an asset over there on the right side. Alexa Shinneberry over there, I have her playing outside a little bit. She came in as a DS, and then we were in practice and she jumped and hit a ball, and I was like, all right, well, I can use you pretty much wherever I want to. So she's played some outside, she's played some DS for me. Super athletic, has a great game IQ, great read on the ball, can hit some great shots, just a super smart kid, super athletic, so she's gonna be fun to watch. And moving right along to my DS as my defensive specialist. First of all, I gotta highlight Campbell Harrington. She is my libero. As of right now, she's my libero. She can pass, she can play defense. She's a huge threat behind the service line. I mean, that kid has a great serve. She is one of the most vocal leaders on the court every single time she steps on the court. So she's gonna be a huge part of my defense, a huge part of my serve receive. But she does an incredible job. And then Chloe Pippin, another DS. She's an incredible leader. She, just like Campbell, super vocal, which is what you want from a DS. She tells her hitters where to hit, tells them what's going on the other side of the net. Great in serve receive, super, super fast, and just the best little teammate. Bailey Burchett, my final DS. She's just one of those kids that just is consistent all the time. I know what to expect when she's gonna step on the court emotionally, physically. I know, what she's gonna bring to the table, and I think that's super, super valuable, and I appreciate that kid for that. So for this very first 2025 volleyball team, expectations are high, and I knew that when I got hired a year ago. I knew expectations were high. I knew what, was anticipated of this program when I started it. I brought in 15 great kids that are gonna make waves in this conference and do some incredible things. I'm really confident in their ability as a team. I'm confident in their ability as athletes. These kids realize that expectations are high here at Gulf Coast and success is expected, and that's a lot of pressure for them, especially being the first ones to do it, but they're gonna take it, they're gonna run with it, and they're gonna do a great job.
That'll do it for episode 1 of season 19 of Bulldog Blitz. We'll be right back here at ALMA Memorial Stadium next week when the Bulldogs host Mississippi Delta. See you then.